welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Only 5 games left in the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is going to stack up out east. Take a look at the Knicks. Right now they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs.
Well, I think for New York, they're in good position, firmly in the playoff picture. They don't have to worry about the play-in scenario at this point, and that's how they want to keep it.
Now Golden State's starting 5. We've got Green, DeAnthony Melton out there with Curry. Then there's Moses Moody, and it's Santos in at the power forwards position. And for the Knicks, Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. Here's Hart. So, Greg, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
5 to shoot. Melton, no good. Brunson surveying the D. Pass to Towns. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Stephen Curry.
There might not be a guy with more heart than Karl Anthony Towns. From his words to his actions, this is a guy who cares about the game and his fellow players.
Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
Now here's Curry. He averages over 27 points a game and seems to always find a way to score. Anunoby outside. Pass to Hart. And here's Brunson outside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. We talked about the challenge of facing off with Steph Curry, the three-point king. Coach said it's not just the threes that are concerned with Steph. It's how well he passes the ball. He's one of the best point guards ever, and Curry will get everyone else involved. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
Pass to Santos. Back to Melton. Green with a screen for Melton. Offensive rebound, and Green is right there.
And that's Draymond giving his team extra possession, showing you that motor.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Anunoby. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Looking at the Knicks, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Hornets. Golden State moving it around. Outside Curry. Tries the spin move. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Melton, no good. The Knicks leading by 6. Anunoby outside. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Moody. Here's Santos. Sinks the three-pointer.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Anunoby outside. From the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Hart's got 5.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Melton passes to Green. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, that's just an excellent job by Green as the screener. First he sets it, then gets the scoring opportunity.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. For the Knicks. Then for the Warriors, Porzingis comes in for Moses Moody. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for DeAnthony Melton. Here's Alvarado. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Pass to Diawara. Lets it go with a three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Outside Curry. Outside Porzingis. That one good for 2.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
Clarkson for 3. And again, it's a New York 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The Knicks leading by 10. Outside Robinson, and it's off from three-point range. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they took on the Knicks.
Yeah, and what a gut-wrencher it was for them last time they met. Ended up on the losing side in that one.
It's good from long range.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Curry finds Pajemski. 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Santos. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Clarkson for 3. And again, it's a New York 3.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Yeah, when you string triples together, it adds up quickly.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense on Steph has been tremendous. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we return to the second quarter, and no Jay Latina. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for New York.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of 3-pointers thus far.
Well, from the start, they've been making quality passes offensively, and that is reflected in their assist number.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Peyton. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Quentin Post and Richard. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaFleur. Whoa! He flew in there.
Wow!
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. Number 5, the Knicks.
I mean, they've been impressive on the defensive end, and they may have caught a few teams on off nights, but you've got to give them credit. They've made scoring a chore when you look at their opponents.
Pass to Melton. Now here's Porzingis. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
Payton with a screen on Clarkson. Moody. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Knicks leading by 17. The tray. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Outside, Payton. Some nice passing by Golden State. Outside, Porzingis. Shot clock at 5 from 18 feet away. Again, Golden State.
And the soft touch for a guy Porzingis' size. He shoots it so well from the mid-range.
Here's Sohan. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Melton passes to Payton. Out to the wing. To the inside. And the slam by Moody.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Brunson. They'll bring it up for the Knicks. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, that's the big challenge. Teams tend to feel more comfortable at home for sure, so you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. That just didn't happen in this one.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable, taking and making his share of threes.
Back to Curry. This one for 3. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling. And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Curry against Brunson. Now, here's Melton. Guarded closely. Moody's shot is off.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
That bucket in no time at all. Clarkson's got 12 points now in the quarter. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
And depending on the severity of that, it could be next man up mentality.
Porzingis is checked in for the Warriors. Stolen by Brunson. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Diawara. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
And the key is attacking before the defense gets set.
And here's Green outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Green's got 7 points.
Yeah, and you can see the competitive fire right there by Draymond Green. He wanted to come right back at him with a three of his own.
Shots good by Clarkson.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Pass to Santos. Back to Curry. Launches it. And the Warriors, another three.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a three of his own.
Diawara, the pass to Towns. Porzingis with the steal. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's New York with it. Clarkson for three. And Santos pulls it down. Here's Pajemski. Brunson covering. Clarkson for three. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
And with the clock almost at zero, great awareness on his part.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Knicks running away with it. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition. We got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Hey, everybody. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
Well, I think for the Warriors, a month left in the season. We still don't get to know where they land. Playoffs, play-in, or Cancun. A lot of options on the table.
Man, I know which they prefer, but it's going to take some good play down the stretch to get it done.
And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the New York Knicks.
The difference in field goal percentage is crazy. They're getting exactly what they want out there.
Yeah, even if adjustments are made, how does that defense really slow them down? Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
And the Warriors with possession here. And let's go courtside. There's some news on DeAnthony Melton. Allie, take it away.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Warriors provided some info for us, and the report isn't good. It's almost certain to be a broken wrist. His absence really will affect this team's competitiveness, so hopefully they can stay the course in the meantime. Back to you.
Good information as always, Allie. We thank you. he's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Well, sometimes those injuries come at a tough time.
Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Bridges. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Now, here's Anunoby. Not a lot of room. Towns in the corner. Fires the three. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Pass to Moody. Here's Santos. He's guarded by Anunoby. And the wide open shot from Green. And another 3 for Golden State.
Well, all systems go here early on. That's 3 in a row since Jump Street.
And here's Brunson outside. Trains the three-pointer. Brunson's got 6 points.
The competitive spirit of Brunson shining through. He just had to answer that last shot.
Curry can't get it to go.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And Anunoby slams it in.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Curry outside. It's rebounded by New York.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. Teammate Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York, but Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, staying humble. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
New York moving it around. Hart, that's good. And legs from going undrafted to becoming a 3-point contest champion. You had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. Second, the Warriors.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
To the paint. Off the run. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Clarkson for 3. Good. Another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Here's Dadier, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Picked away. Ball stolen. Here's Kolek. The three-pointer is right on target. Kolek has got 6. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for New York?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And the relentless pace has really taken a toll on the opposition.
And what a luxury to run pick and rolls with Porzingis. He can roll to the basket or pop out for that jump shot.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Their offense is cooking right now, and that's because the execution has been there.
And he drops it in from the low post. 16 points for him.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Clarkson for three. Connects again from distance.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And again for three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And he's tied Curry's mark from 2016, which was the top spot for threes in a game for a short while. It's been that kind of takeover display that we've seen here tonight.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. New York ahead, running a... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. We've got Stephen Curry. Gary Payton II is out there with Quentin Post. Then there's Brandon Pajemski and Richard. Here's Pajemski. He's defended by Alvarado. Too open that time. Made it look too easy. Post has got his first 3 points of the game. Pass to Shamet. Takes a three. And again, it's a New York three.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. And another three for Golden State.
That's his first from distance this half, which gives him 3 for the night.
New York takes timeout. And the Knicks making a change here. Clarkson's checked in.
Jordan Clarkson.
New York's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Good, another from three.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history book.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
And he passed Curry's high a little earlier, and now he's matched Clay's mark. Didn't think we'd see a show like this coming into tonight, but here we are.
And the basket by Curry.
Yeah, forget about it. Out in space like that, Curry is going to make you pay every time.
Clarkson for three, and again for three.
And that is a three that will put him in the record books.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is bested. What a shooting display.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Guard division. The record has been broken.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in.
Number 23, Draymond Green.
Payton up top. He's covered by Shamet. Curry. It's rebounded by New York.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Zohan, the pass to Shamet. Lets it go from deep. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? From deep three-point land. And it's Alvarado missing.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
Puts up a deep three. And Curry pulls it down. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Drills the three-pointer. Podziemski's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Robinson for three. New York, no good that time either. Warriors have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Payton dishes to Curry. Pass to Podziemski. And the Warriors, another three.
And that's the experience of Curry there, making a difference.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
New York missing again.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Outside Robinson, the three, buries the long-range jumper. Robinson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Golden State's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Curry with the bounce pass. Post, good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
And we often talk about the importance of setting the table. Curry right there doing a great job.
Robinson for three. Traps in the tray. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and re-space, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question. It's become something that's a priority for teams now. And I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
That's terrific. From 6 feet, here's Moody. From outside, off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for New York.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jordan Clarkson.
Well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And now we present the player of the game, Jordan Clarkson.